Beautiful people. Welcome back. I am Andrea B, and yes, I am back so soon already. Two for one special today, and again, same day, back to back videos, which means I am still sipping on some good old coffee, and I really wanted to record this video because I think of how important it is that we validate ourselves and really acknowledge and appreciate the work that we do, because being human is hard. It doesn't have to be, but it is one of the toughest jobs that I think we have, because we need to be alert, we require wisdom, and just being present is a task, because so many different things can grab our attention, and there's a time and place for multitasking, and we have to know the difference. So, whew, but when you know the tools and keep applying them, being human is not hard at all. And that really just liking yourself, I think, is so important. And I know I struggled with this, especially as a kid, because I was always wanting to please other people. I did not I did not think I was enough. And because of that, I covered up my true self to be the representative, or I guess just being like other people. And it never worked out for me, because I wasn't being true to myself. I wasn't honoring myself. I just did not allow me to be free. And it's miserable. It's almost like when it's just like being caged in, but when you have an urge to do something, or imagining the cap on the bottle and it just needs to burst, but you don't let it burst. That's how it feels to keep that, or for me to keep my true self contained, is that I just wanted to be free, but I was so worried and afraid of people judging me and thinking the worst of me. So I just said, it's better to be quiet, it's better to just sit still to avoid being judged. And guess what? I learned people will judge you anyway, so just be free. That's the moral of the video. All right, bye. But going off of that, people really don't like themselves, and they won't tell you that, but you'll be able to tell they don't like themselves. And it is very, very sad, because, as I said, one of the signs is not being your true self, always wanting to keep up with people and doing what other people do, and spending a lot of time minding other people's business and not your own, constantly being jealous and envious of people, and looking at how much time people spend away from their business, their home, their lives, just with their words. If someone is constantly talking about what other people are doing, what they have going on, they're running from something. There's something about themselves and their lives that they don't want other people to see. They don't want to pay attention to it. And they try to avoid those areas of their lives so much, but it's always there. They can't run from themselves. So, if you truly saw people, they take that mask off and you see who they are when they are alone and they're at home and they have to let those walls down, they just cannot tolerate who they are. And I say it's miserable because we are with ourselves more than we are with other people. So if you don't like the person that you're taking with you everywhere, you just have a lot of weight that you're carrying. And look at how you talk to yourself, the things that you think about yourself. If it's all negative, you don't like this about yourself, you don't like that, you want to change this, and nothing wrong with that, right? Because we all have things that we want to change about ourselves, things that we want to be different. Nothing wrong with wanting different things. But if you spend more time on what you don't like versus what you do like about yourself, it's just a constant stream of negativity. And what I've seen is it starts with, I don't like, or let's say a person struggling with weight. They're thinking, I really need to lose weight. Oh my God, I'm so fat. I don't like how this outfit looks on me. And I can never find anything that fits right. And people are probably looking at me and talking about me, and it's just a stream of thoughts and worries and fears. And that doesn't feel good. And again, nothing, if that's something you want to work on, if you're working on your weight management, nothing wrong with that. I'm not even saying you have to like that part of yourself. You don't have to like anything about yourself. If you don't want to like anything about yourself, you don't have to. What I'm saying is you should at least be willing to spend time exploring yourself, because there are things that you will like about yourself that you didn't even know. And as I said, for me, I did not think I was doing enough. I did not like the way I looked. I always wanted to wear my hair a certain way. I always wanted to dress a certain way. And I'm going to be very honest. A lot of times, more recently, over the past 5 or 6 years, as I began to look at myself in the mirror, I am just in love. And I see why vanity can only go so far, because if I spent all day staring at myself in the mirror, what when would I get anything else done, right? So that is why there's a time and place to admire ourselves. We can acknowledge that we look good and check ourselves out in our outfits. Not all day though. It's not all about looks. But when you notice, and it's great. And so, yes, now I can look at myself in the mirror, even if my hair is not the way I want it, even if I'm in my pajamas, whatever, I can just look at myself and me and my face and the rest of my body and say, wow, you have it going on. Because and of course, I want my hair nice, I want to dress nicely. But what I'm saying is, I'm looking at me, not the clothes, not the hair. Yes, some of these things are a part of me. Some of these things help me to, what's the word I'm looking for? Not define me, but I look at clothes as art and jewelry as art. But I know that these things don't make me who I am. The self expression is the phrase I was looking for. So, yes, the clothes and the jewelry and the hair helps me to express myself, but it's not me. I can just look at me and say, wow, I have it going on, and God, thank you, because the Lord created me, so I can't help that He made what He made. But I thank Him, and it feels good to be able to do that and to say it, because for 20 plus years I wasn't doing this. I wasn't really looking at me in the mirror. I was looking in the mirror, but I was seeing what I wanted to see, and it wasn't me. It was me wanting to take different parts of other people and make it into me. And that's unfortunate. That's very miserable, because I lived it. So I know I can say it's miserable, because I was avoiding me. And of course, I had moments here and there where I thought I looked cute for the day, but it was very, very temporary. And to have this self appreciation and to really stop and just take it all in, I'm able to like myself based on my own opinions. Because there are things that people may like about me that I don't like. That doesn't mean I should like those things, because they do. So that's why I say my own opinions. What do I like about me? And I think more people need to ask themselves that, because it's you. This is your life. You are with you 24/7. So you should like, I use should loosely. Forgive me. I would, I like to think that you would want to like who you are, since you're with yourself 24/7, right? That doesn't that sound exciting and fun? And I hope you want that for yourself, because it's miserable. It is miserable. If you can relate to me, you know that it's miserable to constantly put yourself down and think you're not enough based on what other people think. That's not fair, because there's so many things that you have going for yourself. And my homework for you all is to come up with at least 5 things after watching this video that you like about yourself. It can be your qualities, your character, your appearance, something you do daily that you like that you do. And if you continue to build off of that, I think it will open your eyes to more things about yourself that you really appreciate. I remember in other videos where I've discussed the time where I just said no more polish. I got rid of all my nail polish, and I was able to appreciate my natural toes for how they look. And my toes were something that people used to talk about me for. But now, seeing them in their natural state, I'm able to appreciate them. And I'm not anti polish today. I still wear it here and there. But what works for me is, and not that I plan to do this, it just happens naturally that I'm noticing I wear less polish now than I did before, where I'm able to leave the house more with my natural nail color. And as long as my nails and my toes are maintained and clean and neat, that is all right with me, because I know the polish isn't what makes it neat. And you know too, if you've seen folks out there, they can still have polish and maybe it's chipped. And speaking of, look at this. I did my nails over the weekend and my thumbs peeled today. So this is what I mean by not perfect. Polish is going to chip and it'll get taken care of. But I wanted to show you both this, just to be honest, to be real. I don't like to fake the funk at all. And I'm not ashamed to, because you've probably seen it anyway. As I'm talking, you're probably like, oh, look at her nail polish chipped. She should be ashamed. No, I'm actually not ashamed. But will I tend to this later? I absolutely will, because I don't like that my thumbs just chipped off. But my point is, life happens and the polish doesn't make me. I'm not afraid that it chips. I'm not, it's not something that I'm afraid to go out the house without nail polish. And so what I want the biggest takeaway to be of this video is just more celebration of you. Because if you are waiting for someone else to celebrate you, you may be waiting a very, very, very long time. Please don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath waiting for other people. That's not fair to you, because you were gifted a life to live. And if you are not living it because you're waiting for other people, that's not fair to you. No one else can live your life but you. So you deserve to like you. You deserve to like your life, and the things that you don't like, change them within your control. There's a lot of things you cannot change, but the things that you can, change them in whatever way works for you. Now, we're talking about things that work, not things that don't work. So if it's causing you more pain and stress, unnecessary stress, it's not working. So change things in a way that works for you. If you like it, that's what counts, because this is your life. Because I may say that I think something is best for you, but it's your life to live. If you are happy with what you have going on, it doesn't matter what other people think or say, because you're not going to change it. Even when people don't like something. Like, I just had this conversation yesterday. I heard about a woman that complains about her job quite a bit, but she's been at that job for 5 years. Well, you may think she doesn't like her job because she's complaining, but if she's not changing anything, then obviously she's willing to put herself in that position. So if she's not going to change that job, maybe this is good enough for her. As much as she complains, maybe she's willing to stay there for the rest of her life. And I think that's a good question to ask yourself. As much as you say you don't like something, as much as you complain, can you see yourself with this job or with this person, whatever it is, for another 1 to 2 years, or another 5 years, for the rest of your life? Can you see this thing? If not, sounds like it's worth changing. If so, then maybe what you're doing is good enough, and means you don't have to do anything different. So if you like where you are, keep doing what you're doing. It's really that simple. And that is all. That is all. That is all. I really just want to take some time to provide some quick encouragement and just a reminder that yourself is worth celebrating, and in a healthy way now. In a healthy way. I'm not about delusion. I don't like to just sell people a dream and a fairy tale and tell you you're great, you're perfect as you are. I don't know you, so I can't say that. What I can say is that there has to be at least one thing about you that is worth celebrating. I don't know what that thing is. That is for you to ask yourself. And like I said, the things you don't like, you can change. I don't know what those things are. So, with this information, my hope is that you are very, very, very honest about who you are, what's working, what isn't working. For example, you can be very pretty, attractive, you can have a great job, you can have the spouse, the kids, you can have financial stability, and you can be a thief. So does that mean everything about you is perfect? Nope. You should work on not being a thief. And apply that anywhere else. Maybe you don't have the job you want. Maybe you want a spouse and you're not there yet. What are you going to do to work up to that? And that's what I mean about being honest and looking at the things that you want to improve about yourself. And that is all. Because we are not perfect. We weren't meant to be perfect. God did not create us to be perfect. And He does not have that expectation of us to be perfect. So take that load off of yourself. Less work for you to have to do is to think that you should be perfect. So that is all for this video. I hope you all feel encouraged, and like, subscribe if you haven't already, and share with anyone that you think may need this reminder. And I am going to keep enjoying this beautiful weather. Stay hydrated. I think it is 8. It has to be at 80 degrees. I'm going to be honest about that. It feels like it. Yes, it is 84 degrees. I'm not bragging, I promise. If you are in a colder climate, I'm not bragging, I promise. However, I think you can see why I'm gonna soak in the weather and take advantage. And I'm still on a not a high of being married, but I'm still soaking it in because we had a very long weekend filled with family fun, and as you can imagine, quite busy. Um, some days waking up early, staying up a little bit later. So, oh, forgive me, I did not plan that yawn, but I think the timing is perfect because yes, I am in need of some sleep. So, I'm going to kick back, continue relaxing. I'm going to stay hydrated, get some water. Um, but I wanted to make sure I hopped on just to share some love with you all. And until next time, bye bye.